like I'm hiding, but
Oh, so you talking about when recently when DL Hughley
yeah,
when
like
DL
D.L.
Hughley
Hughley talked when he said something about my mom. He said something about my mother, and what he said was he hints at me, but it's very broad. It's super broad. But the only way you know it's me is if you know my mother. Well, I know my mother, so I knew that he was talking about me.
No, it wasn't that broad because
No, the first video, no, in the first, here's why I say it was broad, because in the second video, he got specific and he said, treat my children the way that you treat yours. Like you don't know them, as if they're unfamiliar, as if they are estranged.
that was the second
That,
video.
that was the second video. He's literally talking about me. I
I know
don't
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was literally talking about me, but nobody touched on that. And I was okay with that, but I was
I
like,
actually, I'm telling you, I've been following this whole saga from DL Hughley down to you. And I did a commentary on the DL Hughley. I think DL Hughley was totally out of line. Um, I don't think that he, the situation that happened with his daughter, nobody would know anything about that if DL Hughley did not bring that up. Nobody
no,
knew.
I agree with you on that. I don't believe in the idea that just because somebody talks publicly about something always gives someone else the entitlement that they too can speak on something publicly.
Yeah, no, but no. What I was getting at is, so it was retaliatory because she commented on what he brought out, and so what she did, what DL Hughley was doing, it was simply retaliating by bringing up Monique. In my eyes, Monique had more grounds to comment because everybody was commenting on that at the time. Everybody was talking about that at the time.
But even
Uh,
then, like the approach to it, the solution was so simple. The
Let me ask you this:
solution was so simple. If
what
I
do you
was,
like about your mom? What do you
uh,
like about? What do you like about your mom?
to me, there was a time in which, and I want to make sure I say this properly. Before my mother lost weight, she was loud. My mother was fun. My the I don't really know how to explain it. My cousin and I were talking about it the other day. She, my mother didn't become a celebrity until Sydney. My mother was not bougie. She wasn't famous. At least to me, I even got introduced to Monique at times with the apostrophe. I got introduced to that at times. I can remember moments where that was kind of put into my face. So she was, I think somebody said it, she was herself. But to be fair, who am I to say that the person she is now is not herself? That's not fair of me to say that of her. I just know that there was a time in my life where I did enjoy the company of my mom. Yeah, it may have been kind of around the time when she, like, pre-fame, maybe, and then kind of in the early stages. But superstardom, the one thing I will be fair to my mother about, a lot of parents can't relate to how hard it is to maneuver through Hollywood with a child. But shout out to the parents who maneuver through Hollywood with their children that are interested in being that child's parent.
See,
There are certain
and
parents
that's the
that,
part I take issue. I'm sorry, you said something, Rick?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm not done.
That,
No.
that's the part I take issue with, right? And because it draws a line in between it. You can only be a good parent if you behave like this. You're only a good parent. You're only a caring parent. You're only a doting parent. You're only a responsible parent if you behave like this. And it's not always that easy. And for you said yourself that she wasn't a celebrity before Sydney. So that means that Sydney adds value to her life.
No, what I mean by that is, I mean that metaphorically speaking. I don't have a beef with Sydney, but from a man perspective, my mother was my mother before he ever was in the picture.
God damn it, you better quit saying stuff that's true.
And so when Sydney had addressed my manhood, how you speak to a woman or being a man, here was what bothered me about that. Well, and again, I'm addressing what was said. I'm not making nothing up, okay? Y'all openly...
you got the flow, bro. You got the flow.
Y'all openly admitted to borrowing money from Kevin Hart. Well, last time I checked, Sydney a man. You got a man in your house.
Oh, shit.
You got a man in your house and you call him daddy, though. So how the man in your house, his brightest idea was to ask another man for some money?
Have you ever asked your mom for money?
Have I ever asked my mother for money? Sure, I'm pretty sure I've asked her for some money before.
Aren't you the man of your house?
To address it, because you want to.
I'm just keeping it up.
I got you. You want to bring up the $10,000 that
I ain't got there yet.
I'm there. We there.
Well, fuck it. Let's go ahead and fuck it.
We there. So, have you seen The Wire?
Mm-mm.
You've never seen The Wire, the TV show The Wire? So there's a character named Naaman in The Wire. And there's this scene where he accepted money from this dude. And one of his homeboys says something about why he accepted the money. And Naaman's words were, "I take any nigga money, he giving it away." You giving it away? Okay. To further provide context, when Nicole and I were talking originally about getting the car, me and her we made a decision that we were going to get a car. We were going to put our money together in a savings account, get a down payment on a car, and get a car. My mother and Sydney called and said, "Hey, we're going to give y'all $5,000 as a down payment on a car."
Well, how did that conversation? Because it didn't just come out.
No. So you think it's details to it? No. That's
it didn't. That wasn't no out of the blue. There had to have been a conversation that took place that let them know that